once again, and I'll keep doing this over and over until we get it correct, people. How are you guys doing tonight? There we go. Want to make sure you keep that energy up, and I'm going to be the lucky man who gets introduced you for the host tonight, Paul Montagnier, lovely beard and a hell of a guy. So let's give him a round of applause.
Hello everybody, how you guys doing? Alright, guys, we have a really great show for tonight. We have a packed show. We have a bunch of new comedians. We have some people from Detroit who are stopping in. We have a headliner from Yuck Yucks who's in the border right now getting anally probed, and he's dying to get here in time. So we have a really great show for you tonight. Thank you guys for coming out. That's awesome. Alright, so I'm not sure if you guys have all been to a comedy show before. I know some of you guys are friends with some people, so I'm just going to say it right now. So try to keep your table talk to a minimum during the show as much as you can. If you see me up here, you can go grab a beer, but like try not to talk while people are up here. Try not to like order beers or like slap people or break glasses, because like 4 people have done that in the last hour. Alright, you guys, we have a really good show. We have a packed show for you tonight. Let's start off right now. Who's financially terrified of the future? Yes. Alright, so are you guys driving like shitty cars?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I bought a brand new car. Not bragging. Bragging a little bit, okay. But like for like the entire amount of my life since I could drive, I've had a car that was about to fall apart at any second. My first car, it was my grandparents' car that they drove for 15 years, and then my uncle just like beat the shit out of it for an extra 2. And that was my car. Like they tried fixing it, they're like, okay, so you know the dashboard that tells you how much gas and like how fast you're going and like all that shit? That doesn't work. I was like, how much gas is in it? They're like, we don't fucking know. So basically for 5 years, I just drove around going, I don't know how fast I'm going, and I don't know how long I can go for, but I'm enjoying the ride, you know? My thing would, like, the battery would fall out. This is 100% serious, too. Like, the only thing that I learned how to do with cars is put the battery back into the car. I would, like, clean the terminals with the little brush, have the little wrench. The battery would be, like, back there. I would, like, walk over there, put it back in, and then I'd drive to work. Like, my commute took like 4 hours. Because I would have to like find the battery, and then I had to like call work and be like, hey, I'm calling from a payphone, because my battery in my car isn't charging my phone. Because the battery's on TrueLart. I drove a cop car after that one. I got like a brand new cop car that was only shot by police like 4 times. Now here's the thing, I don't know if you guys know about this police. Some people think that the police are not very nice to certain members of society. They think that they might abuse their power. And I'll tell you this right now, they abused the fuck out of my car. Like the Hamilton police, like, I don't know. They're bastards. It's weird because the same thing happened. The cluster broke, so I didn't know how much gas I had. I actually ran out of gas so many times, it was crazy. I actually ran out of gas one time and didn't have my debit card, just had change. Like $1. And not like a loony, like nickels and dimes and shit. Like I had to go in there and be like, yeah, can I get $1 on pump 3? And I stacked my little coins on the counter like poker chips. I was like, I'm all in. The guy looked at me, he was like, just fucking do it. I'm like, I can't just do it. I have to pay first. It's $1. It's not even a liter. You know what I mean? Like I can't eyeball that. I can eyeball a 20 sack. I can't eyeball that. Like I can barely pull out. I can't do that shit. I don't know, I make a lot of money now. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's so nice. Yes, I went to a community college. No applause for community college, okay. No, I'm a pharmacy tech, that's what I do. I work at a pharmacy. I like working at a pharmacy, there's a lot of drugs there. A lot of perks. Yeah. I don't know, it's a fun job. Like you meet interesting people. I meet people with face tattoos all the time. I've met at least 6 people with face tattoos. What do you guys think? Is that like most of them, or? You guys are very not participating. Okay. Let's play a game. You know how like when you're in an interview and they're like, how many windows are in New York City? Let's play that game. How many face tattoos are there in Windsor?
6,422.
That's way too many, sir. Come on. I'm talking about people with face tattoos, not people who do cocaine with hockey players on boats last weekend. How many face tattoos? You guys know? At least 12. You say that like you know 12 people with face tattoos. Okay, did you see Scarecrow face?
What?
I said, did you see Scarecrow face? So there's 13 then. I don't know. I like my job. I work at the 24-hour store. I'm not going to tell you which one, because we don't want our shoppers to get really angry with. Okay, yeah. I work at a 24-hour pharmacy, so I get like all the people who want Plan B, they don't talk to me. If you guys want Plan B, I'm selling Plan B after the show. I get a discount on Plan B. It's normally $36.15. For you guys, $31. One person's like, that's actually a good deal. Like it is 36. Somebody here is like, it is $36.15. He's not lying. I don't know. I had a really fun situation because like people will come to me every single night. No, it sounded weirder than I said come to me. People will come...
On you?
No. If they came on me, they wouldn't need Plan B. People will patronize our pharmacy all through the night, every single night. So on Sunday nights, we always run out of Plan B. People will come in and then they'll be like, hey, do you guys have Plan B? And I'll be like, fuck no, man. Like, we ran out at 7 p.m. And I'll have to like send people to other stores. What I did last week was I bought the last one just so that I could come to somebody and then be like, I just created a life by taking that one. Okay. Is that fucked up? Yeah. It's true. I had a couple come in one time, 2 in the morning. I had one left. A couple came in. The girl was a little bit shy. She kind of hung out in the back in the chocolate bar section, sent the guy up. Guy walked up, he said, hey, can I get a Plan B? I was like, no problem, $36.15, no discount. He swiped his debit card got declined. He looked at me, and he looked in the back in the chocolate bar section, and he said, what the fuck am I supposed to do right now? And I was like, dude, you gotta fucking rob me, that's what you need to do. Armed robbery's 3 to 5. You guys don't know, okay. Parenthood. One guy, okay. Alright, I'll tell you guys one more thing before I go here. Do you guys know that people return drugs to the pharmacy?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
That was just the Bluetooth, that's fine. Survey says... I didn't know people return drugs, and I worked at the pharmacy for 5 years. Some guy walked up to me, he put a bottle of Dilaudid down, and I was like, dude, you got this fucking backwards. He's like, no, I don't need these anymore, I'm not in pain. And I was like, dude, I don't know if you know this, but that is the best time to take those. I had my bowlers taken out one time, I didn't take them. I was in pain for 3 days so that I could take them when I was not in pain. Have you ever taken painkillers when you're not in pain? You? No?
I should though.
Come see me after the show. They'll have you watching like the intros to TV shows. Like, you know when you watch Friends? And you're like, I've seen the song. I know the song, okay? Clap, 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 clap. Like, I don't need to watch it again. If you take Dilaudid, you'll be like, fuck yeah, let's dance in the fountain. All right, guys, we got a really packed show for you tonight. I got tons of comedians. You guys are gonna love at least 74% of them, all right? So like, let's all stick through here, right? So we're gonna bring up your first comedian. He's a very good friend of mine. He's my boss's mentor, which is fucking insane. Because my boss will get nervous when he comes around, but when I see him, he's like, hey, I want to tell some anal jokes tomorrow. Is that okay? So guys, talking about anal for the next 7 minutes. Make some noise for Tim Brady.
I left all my anal routine at home. Fuck. Anyway, so big asses, eh? Aren't they fun? How you guys doing? I'm not trying to keep you guys pumped. I'm the start of the show. If I suck, the rest of the show is gonna suck. So if I do suck, I just want energy back, okay? We'll be good. So yeah, my name's Tim. I'm by far the oldest comedian tonight. I'm 50 years old. I know I don't look a day past 49. The rest of you guys are all out leaving their house tonight. You're like, I'm gonna go have fun. And then I walk up on stage, you're like, fuck, my dad's here. So I'm gonna yell at all you guys for those drugs jokes. Drugs are bad, folks. Unless you buy them at my drugstore, then it's okay. How are you guys doing? So I've been married now for like 20 years. This is an accomplishment. She hasn't left me yet, so this is good. I said the key is she hasn't caught on, she can do better. That's the point. So we said, just recently, my kids are finally old. My oldest one is 18, an amazing comedian. Wink, wink, you might see him tonight. And my youngest is 15, so he's going away to camp, or she's going away to camp. So me and my wife, for the first time in 20 years, decided to go on vacation, just the two of us. This changes, like, you guys are young, you go on vacation with your boyfriends, it's great. I have not seen just me and my wife by ourselves. Like, first night you get back there and we're like, there's no kids. We can have sex, there's no noise. We're like, how do I do this? I'm like, how you doing? You're kind of sexy. She's like, I'm gonna put some lingerie on. I'm like, I don't know how to undo it still. Just keep it on. You know, a little bit different dynamic. But the cool thing is, so we decided to go out the first time, and we're up in Prince Edward County, and we're like, we're gonna go to a fancy dinner, which is really nice. We're gonna have a nice one. So we decided to show up. We're gonna have the chef's selection, so you know what you're gonna have. They pick different things. And I knew I was in trouble when the first time comes out. So you know, normally you get a meal, and they bring you out bread. So these guys bring us out bread, and the guy's like, this is freshly made bread from, you know, grains that we ground in the back of the restaurant by ourselves. And then to really enjoy it, just like that piece de resistance for it, they brought us out rock butter. That's what I was, exactly. It was a rock that they had found somewhere locally, which they had just beautifully piled the butter on. And I'm like, rock butter. This is yummy. The meal went on from there, had fancier, and then for our last of our meal was the best part. They brought us one marshmallow on a stick that they had picked locally that the guy had roasted with, I don't know, some sort of sacred fires from Tibet or something like that, and probably rubbed some sort of Tibetan salt on it to make it look better for my chakra. Anyways, it was an excellent meal. So yeah, I've been married for a long time. And then the other thing you guys are gonna find out after you're married for a long time, is anybody getting married or moving on, engaged, anything like that? You guys still have selection in life. Okay. The bald guy back here, I think, has been married, but he's being quiet. You're not married?
No.
Really? You look like somebody should have picked you up. What's your name?
Austin.
Austin is single, ladies. Look at this. Nice beard, bald head, he's confident. You should go for him later, I'm just saying. The lady next to him doesn't like the joke, but still. You didn't put a ring on it, he's up for grabs. Anyways, no, the worst part about getting married is when you finally get together, like when I met my wife, you come on and I had stuff because I had a house and she had stuff, and the first thing you're gonna realize when you get together is none of your stuff fucking counts. Your wife will look at your table and go, that's a really nice table. And you're like, where are we gonna put it? She's like, I don't know, but not in my house. It's like everything else is like, so that's why I got a store, so I put all the stuff that I wanted, I just bring to my pharmacy. So it's like, you should put that there. That sounds like a good idea, but not in my house. The other thing that really upsets me is I'm left-handed, and I know there's lots of stuff going on today of being socially conscious, but I think we need to deal with right privilege. Because I'm really annoyed, all you right-handed, yeah, fucking right, eh? Left-handed people don't get shit, glasses are right-handed, fucking scissors are right-handed, it's all messed up. I have to pick on one other guy though, too. Hey, how's it going? How's your phone? Good? What's your name? Dan? So Dan was nice enough, I got to the bar early, I'm gonna do my set, I'm all excited. And what does Dan do, Dan? When I came in, Dan, what'd you do, Dan? Okay, you're looking for the girl, that's okay. He smashed my drink right on the floor. The problem is I'm wearing open-toed shoes and I got beer between my toes. It sucks. Anyways, I'm gonna keep this short, so I'll just keep it going. Hope you guys are having a good time. There's some great comedians tonight. But being the dad of dad comedy, I have to do one dad joke. This is a must. This is not supposed to be funny. This is supposed to be a groaner, which you guys can all go and you can go home and tell your dad tonight and he'll probably spit beer out his nose. So what's your name, sir, with the glasses? You look smart. Mateo, how you doing, Mateo? Do you know I'm going to do a math joke? You look like you're going to be right into it. Did you know that 10 plus 10 and 11 plus 11 equals the same thing? You look perplexed. Oh, it does, because 10 plus 10 equals 20, and 11 plus 11 equals 22. Ah, okay. Well, hopefully the rest of the jokes tonight are better, so we're seeing.
No, Tim. You gotta do one more.
One more dad joke.
One more dad joke.
Okay, I'm gonna do another one. We're gonna do this seems like a progressive audience. So you guys have always heard about Pop-Tarts, right? There's no Mom-Tarts. You wanna know why? Fucking patriarchy. Okay, here we go, folks. You guys have a great evening.
Okay. Guys, we have a show right now. We're gonna bring up your next comedian. Now, actually, your next comedian is actually a first-time performer. We have a rule here at Brewing for Comedy. If it's the first time that someone's performing, they've never performed stand-up comedy before, we have to announce to everybody, if they are not funny, please do not laugh, okay? We're not that type of show, all right? But what we want to do is we want to start this person off right. We want you guys to applaud like this is their special, that they're recording right now, okay? So when I announce this next comedian, I need you guys all to bring the energy as high as it can go, because we want to start this person off right. And if they are not funny after that, I mean, whatever. All right, you guys all ready? I need the energy at 150%. Are you guys ready? For the first time ever, put your hands together for Erica Schaefer.
Stop. I'm so nervous. This is my first time. I appreciate you guys, so be gentle. Please be very gentle. I have my family here with me, my parents, and some of my friends, so in advance, I'm sorry if some of these jokes are inappropriate. I'm not a whore in real life, it's just for the jokes. It's just for the set. I know I was getting nervous, so I thought, like, I'll channel like some big dick energy. As they say, I would like drag my big dick on here, but I'm not a dude, and there's not really like a nice female version of that. It's not really attractive to walk up on here and be like, oh, I'm dragging my big pussy lift behind me. I hope you guys like it. I'm ready for this set. And for those of us who want to attract the big dick energy, I thought there might be like a nice name to refer to us as. So like a sports alternative for those of us who want to be a big dick receiver is a wide receiver, perhaps like football. You could do a wide deep receiver for those of us who want a little bit more. I don't want to do too much. When I was thinking about my set or what I wanted to talk about up here, I thought about this particular phrase, or this particular term, white guilt trip. White guilt trip. So some of you may have ideas in your head of what a white guilt trip is. Perhaps you went to brunch with Bethany and Jessica, and you completely forgot to invite Ashley. You completely forgot to invite her. And you guys went to lunch the next day. And she's like, you forgot to invite me to brunch. You didn't invite me. And for the whole next week, she made you feel guilty. And of course, because her name is Ashley, she's white. So she's, and for the whole week, you have a white guilt trip. No, it's not that. That's not what I'm referring to. It's not dropping a tab of acid and then you feel bad because you haven't been hanging out with your parents as much. That's not the white guilt trip I'm talking about. That's not the white guilt trip that I'm talking about. The white guilt trip is when you've been around white people your whole life, just white people, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Kenya, and I'm gonna build villages. I'm gonna build villages for the black people over there because I feel guilty. No, you guys don't like that. That's fine. I came prepared. I have notes on my phone, and I have notes right here. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. All right. I have a dream. I have a dream to become a police officer. Thank you very much. You guys didn't have to force that. It's okay. I know everybody doesn't like police officers. It's not because I don't like injustice. It's not because injustice angers me. It's not because I want to help the community. I know some people want to, but it's not me. It's because I want an abundance of emotionally damaged men to have access to. Those are the ones that I want. I'm sorry for any Windsor Police, the South Police OPP officers. Windsor Police, please hire me. I'm not gonna run a train on the service, so it's just a joke. Please hire me. Not for the injustice, but just for the men. And in that, I would be excited to tell my friends about my sexual antics. That's what you do with your girlfriends. That's what you do. You reveal the dirty details. And when somebody keeps those details to themselves, it's upsetting. You want those spoilers. Sometimes there are movies that you don't care to see. You have no interest in seeing. But you want somebody to give you the spoilers. You don't want to hear about the movie, you don't want to watch the movie. Like, you want to hear how the movie was like. You want to hear how it went. That's fine. It's okay, guys. It's alright. You don't have to laugh. I was gonna say you don't have to laugh because I'm hot. It's fine. It's alright. I'm not gonna be upset about it. I'm not gonna cry now. I'll cry later. It's okay. It's alright. When I originally thought about coming up here, this was a very spur of the moment thing. I was actually folding laundry, and the comforter, as somebody who's 5'4", around my height, would know it's too tall, it's too long to fold yourself. It's far too tall to fold yourself. And obviously the comforter was in there, and I took it out after the 7th or 8th time of tumbling it, because you can never tumble it too much. I've got to make sure there's no mold on any of the threads. It's an efficiency thing. It's not a lazy thing. It's not a forgetful thing. It's an efficiency thing. I'm trying to make sure that the comforter is adequate. You've got to have a few of those. You have to have a few comforters. Not because I'm quirky or trendy. I'm not. I don't have 3 comforters because I like having different comforters. I have 3 comforters because they get dirty when you have sex with strange men. When you bring this. When you bring random comics, men home from the bar, the sheets, they get dirty. They get really dirty, and you have to wash them. You have to have ones to replace them. And I appreciate you guys so much for getting kicked off the stage. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Good shape, everybody. One more time. Let's give another round of applause. All right, guys. We're going to bring up your next comedian. Now, your next comedian was actually the host of the Hot Tim Showcase last week. So put your hands together for the amazing Tim Rayburn, everybody.
How's everybody doing? A lot of energy, okay. A lot of energy out there. Nice work, Erica. All right, one more time for Erica. Oh my. First time. All right, here we go. All right. I work in an office. Anybody else out there? Wow, big office crowd. Okay. No, it's fun. I'm trying to get promoted. I'm trying so hard to get, but I show up late to work a lot. I don't know if you, like, and I'm trying my best to get in on time. I've cut out so many things from my morning routine, like I don't eat breakfast in the morning. I don't shower in the morning anymore. Like, the only thing left for me to cut out is the hour I spend staring at the pillow yelling, fuck. But I need a routine, I don't know. And then, I don't actually work that hard, I'm sitting in front of a computer with Google, I don't know. No, I just like, today I spend most of my time researching bears. You ever just Google about bears? And then my boss snuck up behind me, and I was like, oh, fuck, and I closed the window, only to reveal a window on Komodo dragons. It's like, I'm definitely not getting promoted. All right. I don't know. There was cookies in the break room today at work. You ever run into this? Oh my God. You ever have to pretend you just saw the cookies in the break room 5 times? Oh, cookies! Okay. There's cookies. Did you know about the cookies? I don't know. No, they kind of suck too, because like, you ever stare at a cookie for 5 minutes just like, you better be a chocolate chip, and you like inspect it, you inspect, and then you bite in and it's raisin, and you're like, what the? It's like, I just got catfished by this fucking cookie here. Why even bother with raisin? Get rid of them. No? They fucking suck, raisins, is what I'm trying to say. God, I don't know. No, I've been eating a lot of cookies lately. Anybody else? No, this is what I hate about it. I've been treating my body like shit. This is what I hate about cookies. You ever eat a pack of Oreos, and then you're like, well, I can have a few, oh, there's only 233 calories, that's not bad. And then you read like serving size 2. It's like, before I even finish reading the serving size, I've eaten 10. And now the math is so, like, why 233 calories? Just make it 200 so I can do the math quickly. Now I'm like trying to shit, I can't multiply and I'm a slob. What am I doing? I don't know. Who could just eat 2 though? How is that that's the serving size for Navy SEALs. Like, how can you just stop at 2? Like, that's the test for like if you'll survive under torture, which clearly I wouldn't. I've eaten like 2 sleeves. And then I leave 3 being like, that's not respectful. Like, if I was under torture, obviously, I'd give up everybody right away. I'd be like, give me the Oreos. We're attacking tomorrow. I'd be like a gossiping schoolgirl. I'd be like, yeah, your Biden's, he likes you. He has a bit of a crush on you. All right, here we go. All right. I didn't mean to get political. I didn't want to. I set that up. I said something. I said Mike. I don't want to get political. No. I'm a single man out there. Oh my God, we should hook up later. Great. No, I'm not the greatest at picking up ladies. Like, I keep trying to go to a bar and be like, like pow pow, I'm rocking and rolling and whatnot, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to do that sort of shit, but it's not working for me. I don't know. I don't have the look for that though. I don't have like a fuck me tonight look. I have more of I have an RRSP type of look, It's not, I don't know. And I was doing well the other night. I was talking to some ladies at a bar there. I was like, boom, 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 bam, bam, bam. But then, like, I stood up and I hit my head on the light above the table and I said, oopsie daisy. That's not how you pick up ladies. I don't know. And then, like, I'm a little bitter about this one. A few weeks ago, I was doing well, and then this fucking magician came. You ever fucking run into this shit? Fucking bullshit. I'm actually frustrated. He's doing card tricks. Like, that's not, wow, that's not the basis for a relationship. Why do you go even, is that not crazy to you? The relationship started with a lie. He's not magic. No? Alright. I don't know. And like, even if he was magic, all he can do is tell you your card. That's not even good. That's all I got there. All right. Gotta write more for that one. All right, here we go. Here comes another new thing coming at you, right across the dome. Here it comes. All right. Hey, you ever go to McDonald's? I've been eating like shit. Hey, you ever? No, there's like two types of going to McDonald's, and I've done them both in the last week. There's the wholesome, where you're like, oh, you know, I've been doing so well, life's going great. Oh, my little nephew wants a little Happy Meal. Let's go to McDonald's. Oh, it'll be so much fun. And then there's the other one where you're like, well, I'm drunk. It's 2 a.m. I'm driving home, and I made a woman cry, said something racist. Let's get McDonald's. I deserve it. A little treat for myself. There's something about drinking in McDonald's. It just goes great. Like, ask any Somali pirate. They'll tell you. They'll be like, oh, what? Kobe beef? Cabernet? What am I supposed to say here? I got that wrong. All right, I got it all written down. Carbonara, that's a pasta dish. All right, I think. I'm not cultured. I don't know if you can tell. All right, here we go. Ask any Somali pirate, and they'll tell you. Things pair well. Okay, here it comes. Cabaret. Is it cabaret? What am I thinking of? Cabernet. I think based on the label, fuck yourselves. All right. Cabernet. Kobe beef. Prosecco. Is that something? Arctic cod. Okay? 18 Budweisers. Big Mac at 3 a.m. as I text my ex-girlfriend. It'd be funnier if I could do it in less than 30 seconds. That would be probably best. All right, now here come some jokes that I got booed off the stage for last time. Here they come. All right, I gotta hurry up. Okay. Hey, there's too many clocks on appliances. I fucking hate clocks. That's why I'm late to work. Like, I got a clock on the coffee maker, the blender, the toaster, the oven, the microwave. I can't set them all, you know? Like, I gotta make a coffee here. I'm on time for work. I gotta bake a cake. I'm 10 minutes late. They're all different times. I can't keep up. I don't read the directions, you know? Like, I'm not an international businessman, you know? I don't need 20 clocks. Just stop putting them on there. You know, I'm not like, hey, what are the markets in Japan open? Check the blender. You know, oh my God. Hey, I didn't even go to work the other day. I just got drunk, you know, because it's 5 o'clock somewhere on the toaster. Who's with me? All right. And that is it. That is my time. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, guys, your next comedian is actually in town, from Toronto, where he goes to school at Humber. So guys, put your hands together for the Torontonian, Lewis Brady, everybody.
Hello! How are you guys doing? How is winter? Hesitant, it seems. So I'd like to start off by saying I am transgender, and if you didn't know, that actually means I suffer from this strange and unique condition called looking 14. And this is a frustrating thing as a comedian, because when you meet a fellow comic for the first time, you want them to be like, oh, how long have you been doing comedy? Not like, how did you get in here? And so yeah, and being transgender, I also had to come out 3 times, which is 3 more times than I would have liked to have done that. And the first time I came out as a lesbian, and my parents weren't particularly surprised because I was kind of butch growing up. Though it turns out it wasn't because I liked girls, it was because I didn't want to be one. You know? And obviously, when I say that, some people think, that maybe I don't like women, which is not the case, because I didn't, transition because I didn't like women, because the other option was being a white man. So whenever someone's like, oh, trans, that's a choice, I'm like, this is not a choice. This would not have been the choice I would have made. Anyways, and so the second time I came out as transgender, which was a little difficult, not even because, I was scared of it or anything, but try explaining pronouns to a 40-year-old man. Who was, by the way, the first comedian you saw here this evening. So that gives you anything. Just he's very man dude bro. So it was a little difficult. The third time I came out was probably the hardest because I had to come out as a comedian. And that was ironically the one they were disappointed in, which sort of gave me a good idea that my parents would rather me be part of a marginalized community than have no money. And I will say that something I've sort of noticed is that I don't think homophobes are trying as hard as they used to. They're not as committed to the bit as they once were. And I'd say this just because a couple months ago I was walking down the street and a trucker drove by and he looked out the window and he yelled "trans" at me, which yes. It's not necessarily an insult as it is an astute observation. It's kind of like if I was like, "Hey, you fucking brunette," got him. It's not necessarily an insult. But I will say, obviously, my parents are very supportive of me now, and I actually think that they actually had a lot to do with me sort of ending up trans, specifically because when I was very young, my dad used to sing me this song called "You Are My Sunshine," and I have ADHD, so selective hearing, so I just kept kind of hearing "You Are My Sun." And I was like, I can do that. Yeah. So, like I said, I have ADHD. I also have dyslexia, which is a great combination of things to have. Because not only can I not read, but I can't pay attention long enough to figure out where I am on the page. Which is very frustrating. And also it sucks because I don't know if you've ever seen how dyslexia is spelled. It's not dyslexic friendly. The guy, I guarantee you, there's some asshole who was naming all the things, and he was like, I'm gonna fuck with this entire community, because it's like DYS. Lexia, something general about that. And this was probably the most embarrassing thing that sort of really made me realize, oh yeah, no, I'm dyslexic. And I was out one night and I went to a pharmacy to grab some money. And the next day my friends were asking about it because they wanted to know where the ATM was. And I was like, oh, I went to Relaxa. And they were like, pardon? And I was like, the name brand pharmacy, Relaxa. And they were like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then, so the next day I was driving with my dad, who happens to be a pharmacist, and he was like, and I was telling him about this pharmacy, Relaxa, and none of my friends, and he sort of took a deep breath, and that way that fathers do, is just and he went, Lewis, do you mean Rexall? And I was like, no. I meant what I meant. What are you talking about? This is a Toronto pharmacy. This is completely different. And speaking of Toronto, I've been living up there for about a year now, doing in school. And over the summer, I got an apartment with 3 guys. I didn't know them moving in. It was kind of a dorm situation. They were already there. And I was super excited because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna move with men and masculinity and testosterone and whatnot. And then I moved in with guys and come to the unfortunate realization that men are gross. That's not a woo. I don't know who did that, but right here. Oh, someone is gross over there apparently. It's all right. It's okay. Don't worry. We're all gross in certain ways. But anyways, so with my 3 roommates, and when you're walking across the floor and your shoes stick to the kitchen. And it's weird because I grew up obviously with a mother with ADHD and a father who had to deal with that. So when the standard of sort of middle-aged, suburban white house mom clean, and then to I think I mopped the floor last month, so okay. No, not that one? Okay. I'll note that. So I'll leave you on this. Living in Toronto has definitely been very different. I will say that I was definitely surprised by obviously the diversity here, and I love being in Windsor, but obviously a lot of people don't know what trans is and don't know what pronouns are. So I'll leave you with this. If you're ever confused about what I am, just know that I'm a boy who used to be a girl that's now a boy who likes boys. And if you don't understand that, Google, great resource. Anyways, thank you so much. Have a great evening.
He came all the way from Bell River. That was not enough applause for Bell River. Guys,
here tonight. Bunch of good lookers here tonight. Wow, everybody here is a 10 out. Well, actually, can I be honest with you guys? This guy could use a haircut and a few of you could use some makeup. Okay. I don't even know what I'm... In beautiful Windsor, Ontario. Not a affluent person in the place, you know, that's all right though. That's what Windsor is about, baby. Just chilling, feeling Windsor, baby. Garbage on the street, homeless on the street. Hey, could I bum a cigarette? Oh, can I bum some change instead? Hey, could I bum a cigarette? Hey, how's it going there, sweetheart? Hey. You know, I love Windsor. You know, I think we should change the name of Windsor. I want to get a petition going and change the name of Windsor to Caesar's Windsor. How nice is that? That just has a ring to it, you know. Let's just call the whole place that at this point. That would be nice. You know, you guys, you go to Caesar's here? Caesar's Windsor? Fuck, pulling into that place, I always feel like I'm gonna clip a pedestrian or something going up that hill. You know, you're like, hey, hopefully somebody's not killing themselves in front of me, because I'm gunning it. And going down, you're like at a fucking Tops Thrills dragster if you're not careful. You're like, no, holy fuck. You know? And then you go in that parking structure, it's always full. You know, everybody in Windsor is just basically, you know, a degenerate gambler loser.
Hell yeah.
And I'm there too, so what's going on, you know? Cheers. And then you walk in there, you know when you walk in there, there's like the millions of slot machines. And you see all these types of people at them, you know, young and old, mostly old, but you know, young still. It's funny, there's so many different themes. Oh, Wizard of Oz. What's your slot? Oh, the Wizard of Oz. Oh no, I like the one with sharks. Oh no, I'm good at the wizard one. The one with the wizards and wolves. I can get those wolves up. You know, we have all these themes, but then they always resort to and you know what? Let's just throw in 10, Jack, Queen, King, and Ace. You know, you can't go without that. Alrighty. Alrighty here. You know what? You guys ever go to a house and they have a bird as a pet? You know, you feel like you're walking into a hostage situation. You're like, hey, was I supposed to see this? You're not gonna kill me, are you? You know, you go in there and it's always so fucking loud. You know what I mean? You're in there, you're like watching Judge Judy with somebody and they're like, and there was parrot! Quiet! And then their loud is just back in their loud. A bird in a cage, how sick do you have to be? I thought I was sick. You know, these birds, you know, they could be in Punta Cana fucking all these bird bitches in the winter. All their friends are there, and they're like, no, I can't come. Alright, you gotta be a sick fuck here, you know? You know, men and women, all of us here, transgender, all of us, we usually all use chapstick, am I right? Am I right? I don't care what damn gender you are. You know. Then when a lady puts on chapstick, it's very sexy, very seductive. You know, it's you know, pucker of the lip. You don't know what they're getting ready to do. Thinking, goddamn, why do they need to be wet for? You know. And then when a man puts on chapstick, you know, it looks like he's wooing the captain of the football team or something. You know, very effeminate, whatever those words are, those big ones. You know? If you're a guy, you gotta put on chapstick. You lock a couple of doors, the front door, the bathroom door, it's all locked down. You know, you make sure you're alone. If you put it on, if you get caught putting it on, what most of us do, what I do, is I just pretend I'm like furiously jacking off. You know, it's like a little less embarrassing. And, you know, it makes you seem manly too, where it's like, I can't goddamn help it! Da, 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 da. You know? People will think you're like, man, what does this guy eat? You know, a lot of guys do that. That's what happened to Louis C.K. A lot of people don't even know it was chapstick related. That's what's interesting about history and stuff. That's the stuff that's not in the textbooks, so that's where you gotta come to me for. I'm here to teach you the things you can't learn in the books. Yeah, man. You ever be growing up, eh? You're growing up, and people would always say to you, you're like, you know, aunts, uncles, older people are like, oh my God, look at you, stop growing. Stop growing, oh my God, stop. You know? And then at some age, I'm not sure when, you know, it's almost like a rude insult to say that, you know? And it can't be a fat 15-year-old just be like, oh my God, stop growing! Stop growing! It's like, I know I need to stop growing, but I can't! Alright, you guys, ended on a bang, eh? I'm just trying to have sex with Pete Davidson, and my life is basically, I'm good. Like I just got Erica, that's it. Thought that would have been a big laugh there, but... Anyway, I gotta go though, so thank you.
Scott, we already need you to say more things right now. Would you like to come upstairs? Back up on stage? I'm just kidding. Guys, your next comedian. One more time for Scott Gahn. Let's give him a round of applause. Alright guys, your next comedian. He has a brand new jacket. I'm gonna need you guys to applaud really loud. Just like for Erica. New jacket. CJ Bernard, everybody.
Let's calm down. It was from the Betty. Let's calm down. How are we all doing tonight? That's great. Half the people left. Hello. What's going on? What is happening? Hey. Yeah. What that lady said. What are you guys talking about?
Whose drink is whose?
Whose drink is whose? They're both mine. Bring them up.
You want to do this again? Hey, wait a minute.
Remember what happened with the pizza?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're leaving.
We don't talk about that.
Oh, yeah, we know.
No. I dropped a pizza. Anyways, you guys having fun? That's great. Everybody here left? That's nice. I offend. What? You still, what are you doing? What are you drinking? I want that same drink because you're very rambunctious. Anyways, so I got 3 children, so that's fun. Is there a riot starting at the back? What the fuck? It's like a Trump rally at the back of the room. Let's relax. You're in the wrong place. Anyways, so I have 3 children, so that sucks, right? Hey! Yeah. So, the thing about having 3 kids, though, is, you know, they want to do things, like we went to Wonderland the other day, and that's not very fun, right? They have a lot of fun in Wonderland. Wonderland is really shitty for anyone who brings their children. It's not the same experience, you know? And they want to do things they shouldn't do. They're like going up to strangers. I'm like, leave everybody alone. My daughter's like, Snoopy won't say hi to me. I'm like, I wouldn't talk to you either. If I could walk past you, I would. That's what I would do. And she's like, you should go punch Snoopy. I'm like, I'm not gonna punch Snoopy. Let's relax here. No one's gonna punch Snoopy. And my wife's like, yeah, if Daddy punches Snoopy, they're gonna take him away and he won't be able to go on all the rides with us. And I was like, where is that fucking dog? I'll punch him right in the face. I don't give a shit. I'll punch every dog I see. I don't care if it's a costume. If it's a seeing eye dog, I'll slap the shit out of it. Because fuck that dog. Why would he bring a blind person to an amusement park? What an asshole. That guy's probably so confused. He's like, why am I spinning and why do my useless sunglasses keep on falling off? And why do we hear a dog laughing? I didn't know they could do that. This is hurtful. How are you, yellow shirt? What's your name? Dan? That's cool, Dan. What do you do for a living? Home renovations? He cooks meth. That's what he cooks meth. So anyways, yeah. Having 3 kids. Another thing you have to worry about having 3 kids is they always bring to you like useless talents, right? And they want you to be impressed. Like my middle daughter, she's 3 years old. She's like really good at hide and seek, but like creepy good at it, right? She can like match her breath to your footsteps while you're walking by. I'm like, where the fuck are you gonna use this? Are you gonna be a terrorist? Are you Saddam? Like, I don't think this is gonna come in handy for you. You know? My older daughter, I'm sorry, she's 4. And my wife keeps telling her she's good at drawing, which, you know, come on. Because I was good at drawing. I'm good at drawing. I'm a great drawer. I draw good shit, right? I see the shit, I'm like, come on. That's not that good at all. The other day my wife had us sitting down, she's like, why don't you both draw a doggy? I'm like, I'm gonna wipe the floor with this bitch. She's drawing hers, and I'm like, hey, do you need the brown crayon? She's being all shitty to me. She's like, no, I draw your doggy. I'm like, I was trying to fucking help you, because what was it, a green dog? Why are you using a green crayon the whole time? Drawing Clifford with cancer? That's shitty. So I draw mine. It's fucking magnificent, by the way. It's beautiful. It's like moonlit and shit. It's got like a whole story in his face. Like, it's like, you look at him and you're like, okay, this was Hitler's dog. He was loyal, but he feels bad about it now. It's kind of weird for him. You know what I mean? You can see all that right in his face. So my wife's like looking at the picture. She's like, oh my God. And she takes my daughters and puts them in the fridge. And I'm like, well, that's a shitty place to put second place, but if that's where you want to put it. So then later I go to my wife like, hey, where did my doggy picture go? And she's like, I don't know, I never even saw it. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I look around, I don't see it anywhere. I'm like, you throw it in the garbage? I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm like, call her down right now. We're doing a fucking rematch right now at the table. We're doing this again. I throw some crayons, and I start drawing. I'm like, you know what? She likes shitty dogs. I'll draw a green shitty dog. You know, I give my daughter some paper. I'm like, here, draw some shit. And she looks at my daughter. She starts fucking crying. She's like, oh my God. She calls my mother. She's like, we need to get her in a gift at school. I'm like, what the fuck did she draw? It was my fucking Hitler dog. And she's sitting there like an asshole taking the credit. I'm like, fuck you. There was nothing 3 minutes ago. Now all of a sudden it's fucking miraculous. She's just smiling, taking the credit. It's like, go fuck yourself. That's my doggy. Yeah, and I got a 5-year-old son. Okay, having a 5-year-old son, the thing about having a 5-year-old son is you have to watch 5-year-old boy things, right? And he likes those superhero movies. I'm not a big fan because I don't like the message they're giving him, right? Like for him, he's like, oh, this is cool because everyone gets superpowers like somehow soon after their dad dies. Like Batman, Spider-Man, all these motherfuckers have dead dads. And he's watching me get fatter, like really excited. He's watching me grow the way I watch like a popcorn bag in the microwave stand. I'm like, any minute now, it's gonna happen. The other day I was climbing the stairs, I heard him singing, I just can't wait to be king. I was like, fuck you. I pay for the Disney Plus, so figure that shit out after I don't have insurance. So, how are you, Paul Walker? You look handsome. I thought I looked good in the jacket. I'm looking up, I'm like, I feel like a dumbass. So strikingly handsome. Anyways, I'm not looking at you again. It's just nice jacket, that's all I'm saying. It's still nice. It's not Paul Walker nice. Fast forward Paul Walker, though. Anyways, so yeah, we got a house. Me and my wife have a house. The thing about having a house is you have to keep your shit in the house. And the thing about that is it's really hard to stop break-ins in Windsor. I don't know if you've been to Windsor. All of you are here, so yeah, probably. People like stealing shit, okay? I'm not saying any names, but a lot of them rhyme with Kamal. It was Jamal, but Kamal's actually a name, so that was pretty fucking stupid. Anyways, I don't have like a lot of money to spend on like an alarm system, and I don't want to get like anything, like I can't intimidate people from coming to my door, like I'm gonna scare someone away, right? So instead I thought I'd make them feel guilty, so I just took a bunch of pictures of my family and photoshopped their arms off of us, and hung them up inside. That way when they get in, they're like, okay, steal a little shit. And the other guy's like, I don't know, man, somebody took their fucking arms, like. I just feel bad about it now. They're like, well, grab the PlayStation. He's like, I don't even know how they fucking play it. Unless they're just doing Dance Dance Revolution all the time. I mean, it'd be fun to watch, but I'm not gonna steal their shit. They could just fuck with us and take all our silverware and put it outside and watch us try to pick it up off the fucking porch next to their feet. And like, gather the forks together. We're not gonna mix it up. Let's work together. So, yeah, the thing is too, with kids, is that you have to be willing to tell them that their dreams are not gonna work out. That's something you figure out early on. You just gotta be willing to say it, right? Like the other day I read an article. There was a guy in, I think he was in London or Hamilton or something like that. He was a doctor, and he's being charged for misdiagnosing like dozens of children with autism or Down syndrome. And everyone's like, that's terrible, like how could he screw that up? I have 3 children, I've met so many children. Every single kid? It's a little bit. The other day I asked my daughter, I'm like, hey, what's your favorite color? And she's like, strawberries and rainbows. I'm like, that's... I can't diagnose, but I'm saying I can see the confusion. You know, like for me, when I was younger, I wanted to be an astronaut. But you have to know your limitations, right? Like I can never be an astronaut. I'm terrible at directions. I get lost so easily. If there was nothing, I'd be lost immediately. Yeah. Apparently, I'm leaving after this. So, anyways, I get lost immediately. I can't, you know what I'm saying? The other day, I got lost in the Tecumseh Mall parking lot. I'm like, where the fuck am I? What happened? I don't know how to get home. Why is there 6 roads called fucking Lozon? There's Lozon Road, Lozon Parkway, Lozon Street. I'm like, where the fuck? Who am I even? Am I fucking Lozon? Maybe I'm Lozon and this is where I belong. I don't need to find home. I am home. This is who I am. All right, you guys have a great night.
CJ, boom out everybody. His new jacket. Let's give him another round of applause. That's his song. Can you get that? Alright guys, your next comedian. Guys, settle. Guys, your next comedian is actually a headliner with Yucks. He's in the area and he decided to stop by for a set. He's going to be at the Dark Comedy Festival in Toronto later this year. Guys, please give him a big round of applause, okay? He has not slept with Erica yet, but he might after this set, okay? So put your hands together for Ben Backus, everybody.
Who's Erica? Where? Oh yeah, no. Anyway, I'm engaged, and how's everybody doing? It's a long show. It's like, sometimes you do these shows as a comic and they put you on like 18th, and it's like you don't want to bring a girl to that show, right? Because she's like, when are you on? You're like 18th. She's like, what is this, a fucking horse race? Like, 18th.
Anyway, yeah, I just had a kid, and yeah, I mean that's the reaction, because you know nobody knows what to do anymore when you say that. Back in the day, you're like, I had a kid. People are like, that's amazing, congratulations, you're building a family. But you tell people in 2022 you're having a kid, they're like, you know, that's bad for the environment. And that's the thing, they should show you like stats, like if you get an abortion, like they just show you like all the plastic bags that were saved, all the straws that were never used. We had this kid, and you know, my girl, she had a C-section, which is, you know, it's good for the pussy. Keeps that shit intact. I mean, it's disgusting looking at it when you're fucking it now, because there's a scar on it. But yeah, it was kind of fucked up because the doctor who did my girl's C-section, he was like kind of hot, and like she said that to me. Because when you're in the room and they're doing a C-section, she's lying down. She has like a tarp up covering her bottom half, and it's just like you just hang out with her head. Right? You're just hanging out with her. What's going on? Right? And you're like, I don't know. And you don't want to look like, you know, and you know, this guy was too hot to be like that deep in her. You know what I mean? Like, even though he didn't, like, he did go in the pussy, but like he got to the uterus without going to the pussy, and that made me feel uncomfortable. But she said that he was doing the surgery, and she was like, he's kind of hot. I was like, this is why I don't trust women. Because you'll be giving birth and be like, I'd fuck this guy right now. See this doctor? He makes way more money than you, actually. I know this is your kid, but he could take way better care of it. I'm assuming none of you have kids? No? A couple people? Yeah, this is a very hipster, like, I've never been to Windsor, and I mean, it's just homeless black people and white people inside. And I guess, are you guys like woke in Windsor? You're like, you look woke. Yeah, you look like you're like, don't talk about that. That'll hurt my feelings. You live in a border town, your life's terrible. Just laugh. Just laugh. I'm from Toronto. It's terrible out there. I don't know. Somebody stole my lighter. I gave a lighter to a black guy and he just left. And I was like, welcome to Windsor. Now my life's, you know, my mom, I'm 30. The thing is, girls want to wait to have kids. I know there's those people that talk. Hi, shut up. Because I want to do material. I don't want to fucking talk about how shitty Windsor is for an hour. Sorry. It's beautiful. So I'm 30. I'm saying girls, you know, they want to wait till they're older to have kids. Like my mom had me when she was 43. So statistically, I'm retarded. I am. But it's fucked up because now she has dementia. Now she's retarded. So it's kind of, and I don't know if anybody here has a parent that like, you know, lost their mind. Like it's really hard, right? Like my mom has dementia, and you know, so I gave her away. And that's what you do. You give them away. I put her in a nursing home in Toronto. It's run by mostly Jamaicans. So I felt like I was giving her to a nice black family. You know, and they just met her at the door. That she gonna be fine, don't worry. And then just, you know, beating the shit out of her. Because that's what they do in the nursing homes. I mean, nobody at my mom's nursing home died of COVID. Just so you know. Nobody got COVID. You know, because it's fake. And, see, you guys can't even laugh at yourselves. I'm joking. Obviously it wasn't fake. We all lost our jobs. Just relax. Like, it was not. I'm from Windsor. Do you know, I have CBC Gem on my phone, actually. Yeah, I fucking do. And I do watch season 12 of Corner Gas. I don't give a fuck. Sorry, I'm just talking like an adult. This is how adults used to talk before everybody got addicted to, you know, CNN. whatever. I'm just saying, it's sad when my parents, and the seniors homes, they have the highest rates of STDs. Like, it's crazy. Like within 4 days, my mom was there. She had like a fucking herpes on her face, and I was like, is she just giving like dementia blowjobs? Like, what is she just fucking? I don't know who you are. I don't like. What is happening? But it's sad. Like my mom right now, she has a stuffed animal that she thinks is alive, and she thinks it's her dog because she had a dog. And I had to take it away because it was, she couldn't take care of it. It was just shitting on the floor, just pissing everywhere. And the Filipinos were like, you gotta get her out, right? So I killed, I killed it. Like not me, but I took it to the vet and you just, put it down. You can do that. Did you know that? Like you could today just go on Kijiji, buy a puppy, and just take it straight to a vet and be like, can you kill this dog right now? And for $1,200, they will, no questions asked. Some people are thinking I'm very funny, and some people are like, we need to kill this guy. He did not belong with these girls. They're like, I haven't had a bad thing happen to me yet. Wait till your mom's like, who are you, my brother? Your life's good. That's why you're on some fucking TikTok going, what am I supposed to think today? I already thought it. I grew up with South Park. I can't change. Okay? I'm sorry. I won't work at RBC. That's the deal. I won't work in a, this is where I have to work. At bars where, people are afraid of my words. Look, I'm a Jew, okay? My grandparents escaped the Holocaust, so I could be mildly racist. And be funny. I know a lot of people are like, Jews are evil. And I'm like, yeah. Right? Because some people want to be like, Germans are evil. And it's like, It's like, when's the last time you got in a nice car and you're like, what is this, Jewish? Is this a Jewish-made car? Yeah, it's a car alarm goes off every time homeless people walk close. Just, oi, 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 oi. Ugh. How much time have I got? Should I leave in like a minute? Look, we got off on the wrong foot. I was trying to work up material and I didn't realize I had some fucking like Oshiega or something. Yeah, I'll say this. Look, I like eating pussy. Okay? So whatever you thought of me before, I eat pussy. Okay? Girls want to be like, this is the thing. But I like eating pussy only like if the girl stays still. You know what I mean? Like you ever eating pussy and she's like twitching and shit? She's like, and you're like, don't even know if your tongue's on her clit anymore. You're like, is that her leg? What is this? And then you're like, did you come? And she's like, kinda. Like maybe you should have stayed fucking still. I don't know. I don't get my dick sucked. I'm like, this feels incredible. I'm just gonna start. We call it? Yeah. Okay. Guys, my name's Ben Bankus. Thank you so much. Good night.
One more time for Ben Bankus, everybody. Let's give him another round of applause. Come on. All right, guys. Your next comedian is actually, it's her first time performing here. She is from Detroit, so she paid money to get here. So please, you can grab a drink. That's okay. Guys, your next comedian from Detroit, paid money to get here. Let's give her a nice big round of applause. From Wings.
Thank you. Hello. What's up, Windsor? It's my first time performing with so many white people before. It's kind of funny to me. I saw you, white girl. Shout out to the brown guy out there. There's only 4 of us in here tonight. I was nervous crossing over, right? It's in my DNA. I'm Mexican. I was crossing the border. I was nervous. And we get to the border, and my friend looks at the immigration officer, and she's like, bonjour. And he looks at me like, fuck, they're gonna pull us over. Right? And I said, where are you going? Told me where I was coming to. They almost didn't let me in because I didn't sign some paper. I don't know, he gave us some form, some shit, right? So, right, from Detroit, glad to be here. And, obviously, I'm Mexican as fuck. I have Mexican parents. I have immigrant parents who immigrated to Detroit in the 70s because my grandfather did the construction of the Renaissance building that you can see from here. So I'm super proud, right? I always get pissed when people are racist on the other side and they're like, oh, we're back where you fucking came from. I'm like, Southwest Detroit, what the fuck? Right? Like, you go back, fucking Novi, where the fuck are you over here? Right? I don't want to see you in Cinco de Mayo over here celebrating and shit. Speaking of, does anybody know what Cinco de Mayo is? No, like, really, do you know what it is? Yeah, with the French, right? There you go. A lot of people think it's the Mexican Independence Day. It's not. Because a bunch of your oppressors, you're welcome. You know? So I got Mexican parents. My mother, they've been in the States for over 50 years, but it seems like they just arrived. And one of the things I hate teaching my mom is how to text, how to shorthand text. Right? We have like, you know, like LOL and OMG and all this shit. But my mom always misuses them. So this one time my sister-in-law's grandmother passed away, and she puts on her Facebook, you know, our Nana died, she was great, many memories, we're gonna miss her. And you know, everybody's posting on their sympathies, and here comes my mom. And my mom's like, she's a great woman, we had a great time, she's gonna be truly missed, capital LOL. And I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? And I have a group chat with my nieces, and it starts going ding, 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 ding. It's like, why would grandma say that? I was like, I don't know what she's thinking. Let me text her. And I text my mom in Spanish. I'm like, Mom, you know, ¿por qué pusiste eso? Why did you put that? She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, why would you put LOL? That Miss Hannah passed away. She's like, yeah, LOL. I was like, Mom, what do you think LOL stands for? And so, you know, she's texting me back. She's like, lots of love, duh. Like, no, Ma, LOL does not stand for that, you know, but well, that's what it means to me. Like, that's not what it means to everybody. You got people calling you a fucking bitch because you're like, haha, your grandma died. You know, my Mexican parents, they're great. The last times I came to Canada a long time ago with my parents, I was 15, it was like 2001. It was my quinceañera weekend, and we had a bunch of family members from Mexico come, and we wanted to take them to Niagara Falls to see the world's wonder, right? So here we come, crossing the border, a van full of Mexicans. I was the only one with the US passport, and there were 7 other people in the vehicle, and they had Mexico passports. So we get to the bridge, and my dad's accent's thick, it's heavy. He doesn't pronounce certain letters correctly. We get to the bridge, and the guy's, where are you guys going? Oh, we're gonna go to Niagara Falls. You know, he sees all the Mexican passports. And I'm sitting in the back of the van, and he asked my father, what do you have in the back? We had coolers, right? We had coolers for like lunch or whatever. And my dad looks at the immigration agent. He's like, oh, we got like 4 cases of pot in the back. And the agent's like, excuse me? He's like, my dad's like, yeah. We got like 4 cases of pot in the back, you know, we're gonna go to Niagara Falls. And I hear this, right? I'm like, fuck. So I like jump to the front of the fucking, I'm like, pop, sir. Like Cokes and Sprites. And he looks at me, he's like, oh, okay. Go ahead. And my dad's like, what the fuck did I say? I was like, you told him you had fucking 4 kilos in the back seat, huh? He was like, no, I didn't. I said pot. Exactly, you said pot with the T, not the P, Dad. Messing up. My dad is so funny. I went to their house the other day, and in the kitchen, they have a nice kitchen. I saw there was a crystallized bong with Rick and Morty. Do you guys know who Rick and Morty is? So it's a bong, right? What the fuck? Like, where did you find this? Like, I didn't leave this behind. And so then I asked my dad, I was like, Dad, where did you get this? He's like, at a garage sale. And I was like, you know what this is? He's like, it's for the flowers. I was like, what kind of flowers, Dad? He's like, why the fuck does everybody keep on asking me that shit? And I was like, because it's a fucking bong. Right? It was nice though. I ain't gonna lie. I might go back and get it. Is weed legal here? Yeah? I didn't know that. I put that somewhere I shouldn't have had crossing because I wasn't sure. uncomfortable car ride. So you guys can follow me on Instagram if you like. It was a pleasure being here in Windsor. Like she's supposed to 313. See you next time.
Alright guys, we have a couple more comedians before your last one here. We're gonna bring up your next one. Very good friend of mine, he's been killing it. Make some noise, put your hands together. I know I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again. Put your hands together for Isaac Mulder.
I thought we were friends, but Paul left me hanging, goddamn. Oh, you motherfucker, I love chicken. Hey, give it up for yourselves, fucking all coming out here on Tuesday, man. You guys are great. So, I grew up poor as a kid, and I didn't realize I was poor until I was about 8 years old. I was at school and I found out that there was going to be a Scholastic Book Fair. I found out there was going to be a Scholastic Book Fair, so I go and tell my mom, it's like, Mom, there's this book fair, can I have some money? So she gives me the shiniest dollar I've ever fucking seen. Go to school the next day just bawling out of fucking control. Get to the book fair and start sniffing around and think, I can't afford a goddamn thing in this place. So I looked down over at Skid Row with the pencil top erasers and the bookmarks, and I got myself a nice Sailor Moon bookmark. Still got that shit. Yeah. But I embraced being poor. I started cooking, poor people food. You take a nice slice of bologna out of the fridge, you slap it on a goddamn plate. I seen Guy Fieri do that shit one time, just slap the meat down, so I thought I could do that shit. So sometimes if I don't like the first slap, I pick it up again, slap it one more goddamn time. Stick it in the microwave for about, 37 minutes. Just watch that motherfucker, right to the tip, right in my nose on there. Watch that piece of bologna start to sweat like it's on level fucking 99 of that goddamn beep test. The sides start to blister and crackle, and the only way you know it's done is when the center starts to rise like a tumor, a cancerous tumor that only a fucking microwave could cause. Take that fucking sweaty piece of bologna out, slap it between some no-name brown bread, write something real fucked up and mustard towards myself like, I hate you. A little salt and pepper, for some style. Eat that shit, you know how it is. Maybe you don't, I do, I'm poor. But thank God now I'm not. So, thank you, yeah, celebrate it. But I got so much money now, I order from Uber Eats and skip the dishes every fucking night. I eat the best food, even if there's a fucking toenail on it. The food's so good, I still eat that shit. And the best part about it, I made a good friend. Every time I order, no matter where I order from, I get the same lovely brown guy bringing my food. No, you guys don't get him too? Shit, he's mine. So, I was at my uncle's 40th birthday party on this weekend. He's not the typical 40-year-old. He's about a 6'5" black guy, 240, built like a shit brick house. If there was a spokesman for Black Don't Crack, that'd be his ass. So, everybody was there, all the family. All the food was great, had some music, better than this chicken shit playing here. So, when it was time to bring out the cake, my uncle brings out this big slab of white cake. No writing, no sparklers, no candles, none of that shit. Fucking not bougie at all. He says, hey, Dookie, come help me cut this cake. He calls me Dookie because when I was about 5 years old, we were at the Detroit Zoo, and I was on his shoulders, and I just had a hot shit that just ran down the back of his neck. And I haven't been able to live it down since, so no matter I go, he calls me Dookie. So I help his ass out, I get the slab, I cut it, get the spatula, and as I'm lifting the cake to plate it, I realize this cake is layered like a fucking rainbow. So I'm like, okay, Unc, I think we got the wrong cake. He said, no, Dookie, this is my coming out cake. I said, okay, we should have just wrote that on the fucking cake. So, everybody was happy for him. My mom, my aunt cried. She was so happy. Some people cheered, but my dad yelled, I fucking knew it. So, I loved my uncle. I didn't know how to tell him, I support you. So when I came up to him, I gave him a high five, told him, hey, I hope you get to smash all the Twinks out there. And the only reason I know what a Twink is because when I used to watch Batman as a kid, every time Robin came out, my dad would say, oh, here comes little Twink to save the day. So he looks at me, he says, hey, dude, I appreciate the love, but just so you know, I'm a power bottom. Yeah, woo. You know, ladies can be power bottoms too. Shit. So I just pretended like I knew what he said. He knew I didn't know, so he's like, I'm like a little spoon, but a big ass little spoon. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Ate that coming out cake and went home, you know? Right to Google I went to figure out what the fuck a power bottom was. Apparently it's just a big dude who's just aggressively and he takes it, you know what I mean? That's cool. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe my dad was wrong this whole fucking time. Maybe Robin isn't a power bottom. Maybe it's Batman that was a power bottom. Thank you very much, guys.
We're gonna keep the show going. Your next comedian is actually another first-timer. So guys, you guys remember the rules. We start off correct, high energy, okay? Can you hit space bar on that for me, please? You guys ready? For the first time ever, put your hands together for Taylor Last.
Okay. Paul, I already have a bone to pick with you because I was supposed to go like 3 people ago, and then you put like a fucking professional in my spot, and then you made me go after. So. Okay, so I'm gonna start off just a few things about myself. I'm Taylor. I'm 26. I'm a little bit of a stoner. It's like kind of on the low. More like front, so I just don't go down the stick too far. I'm also recently single. I'll dance every time. The thing about being single though is right now, I only want to date rich old men. And the closer to death, the better, honestly. Like, I will deal with a crypt keeper looking motherfucker. I used to be a PSW. I made $15 an hour. Literally touching and cleaning wrinkly old dick. So I think I'd be willing to do it just a little bit more for an entire fucking estate. Yeah, thanks guys. My Tinder age range is 26 to 76. And anytime there is a glimpse of a boat on your profile, I'm gonna swipe right so fucking fast. It's the middle of August and I am a big slut for boats. Alright, so I'm a sativa girl. I don't know what the fuck the rest of you are doing. Sativa just like makes me motivated to do the shit that I literally won't do unless I smoke sativa. So dishes, for example, I fucking hate the dishes. Holy shit, what an experience. Like, 1 second, your bubbles are going, you're at a fucking Steve Aoki mix, like the foam bubble party, you know? You're fucking dancing, you're fist bumping, and then the next second, you notice that you're using Dawn dish soap. Alright, I'm already fucking triggered. The thing about Dawn, right, is your mind automatically goes to the oil spilled dogs. Right? So Steve Aoki fucking cuts the track, Sarah McLachlan gets on the mic. Okay? For just $1 a day, you can save the oil spilled ducks. And with this special offer, you can adopt an entire family of giraffes. I'm like, fuck yeah, Sarah, that's a bargain. Sign me the fuck up. My mom comes downstairs and she's like, fuck, she's on some random website typing in her fucking credit card information again. And she's like, Taylor, we talked about this. This is exactly how you lost your identity. And I'm like, Mom, it was 6 months ago, okay? They recovered it pretty fucking quick. Let's let it go. So I was gonna back out of this literally like up until like 2 hours ago. And then I got here and I was like, I'm in too deep, so. But a couple of weeks ago, I was playing with my little nephew.
He's the light of my life, but he's a fucking asshole. So we're playing like underwater superhero, some shit. I'm strapped, like I've got the goggles going, and I'm talking the ones with the nose too. I'm not here to fuck around. So we're ready to kick some ass, right? He comes over to me, he goes, okay, the shark's blocking the treasure. The only way we can kill that shark, we gotta elbow drop him. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, yeah, you'd love that, wouldn't you? You'd love that. My big ass going down elbow first in 3 feet of fucking water. Your little sick, twisted brain would just love that shit. He's like looking at me, he's so disgusted. He goes, seriously? Like, commit to the bid. I was like, what the fuck? But he's calling me over here. He didn't even give me like a second chance to like give it another thought. He comes over to me, grabs me on my cheeks, pulls me down to his level, and he says, okay, commit to the bit. And then he gestures to the open water like a fucking psycho. So you're gonna do it? You're gonna jump? You're gonna dance, monkey? I'm like, man, like, yeah, I get, like, you're kind of calling me a pussy right now, like, you're bullying me, so obviously. So I did what any good aunt would do. I braced myself, and I elbow dropped that motherfucker. The shark, not the kid. Like, honestly, like I had a WWE title match riding on it, dude. Like, I was so proud. I spring up out of the water like a fucking majestic dolphin, right? And me and my nephew were cheering, we're like, holy shit. He's like, that was awesome, and I'm like, I know. And then I'm like, fuck, my adrenaline's pumping so hard. I'm like, I think I have to get out of this pool because I'm literally gonna have a fucking heart attack. So I start climbing up the ladder, and he goes, oh my god, are you hurt? Like, where are you going? And I look at his sweet little face, and I go, I'm fucking committed, dude. And I top rope that motherfucking shark one more time, just to make sure, just to be safe, because we've all seen Jaws, and they always fucking come back. Every fucking time. How am I doing for time here, Paul? All right, awesome. You know what? My other bits are kind of long. How do you guys know each other? Yeah.
Known each other since what?
Was it like you guys are both white, nice hair. Was it like a hockey situation? I assume? No? Oh, soccer, fucking great, okay. It's still like, yeah, like you kind of have to be like, have like parents that have like kind of some money, right? So that's like definitely, yeah, I'd assume that's like a white people thing, for sure. See, I didn't get that. You know, everyone got like a toy for Christmas, and then like 6 months later when it was on sale, my mom's like, dude, holy shit, guess what I found at the store? I'm like, that's fucking awesome, Mom. Thank you so much. And then I go to school, right? And everyone's like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, dude, I'm fucking poor, okay? Like, there's not much else I can do. But that's, yeah, that's the rest of that. Thank you so much.
Taylor last, everybody. Let's keep it going. All right, guys. We have a few more comedians. As we're bringing your next comedian, put your hands together for Yelena Todorovic.
Thank you. I need my glasses. It looks like I'm a nerd. But nerds never die. This is, I think, my 4th time on stage. I've been on stage in grade school. I did the play with my friend. We were like Santa Claus and an elf. I was the elf. She was Santa Claus. I was really shy. But yeah, I'm usually obliterated drunk while I'm up here. Was anyone here last week? Yeah? I think I did like 3 things. So that's why I have my laptop here. So I can read to you guys and hopefully get you guys to laugh. Yeah, so I was obliterated drunk last week on semen because I'm the modern day vampire slayer. And but the type that guys don't want to leave. So if anybody here is in need, I used to work at a sex shop. I also do other things on the side. But anyways, it sucks having really funny comedian friends because, you know, you're not as funny as them. Thank you. Thank you. We do yoga together. I'm very bendable. But yeah, my boyfriend's also a pretty funny comedian. But he never wants to bounce off ideas except for on my titties. So hence why I'm not as funny, you know? Investment is key, right? Okay, moving on to the next one. Speaking of boyfriends, I totally want my boyfriend to get a new haircut. Does anybody have to ask their boyfriend for haircuts? Yes? No? No? Because I want it to feel like I'm fucking somebody else. Yeah, like give me a new vibe. I'm not talking about a vibrator, but that would be nice too. Again, I used to work at a sex store, 20% off. Sensations, baby. But on another note, my boyfriend's pretty mad at me that I can't keep a job. But I feel like the only jobs I need to keep are the blowjobs. Thanks. You have nice hair. But he's a Capricorn, so, you know, they keep their tension inside. Anybody know astrology, then you'd get it. I'm a Leo, on the other hand, so I'm the king of the castle. So I feel like it's supposed to kind of go my way or the highway, but then shouldn't it kind of go the woman's way anyway? I don't know, maybe I'm a feminist. I should probably work on that. But anyways, I've never really understood why geese fly south for the winter. And then I realized that it's because it's all the rich old white people that feed them bread. I don't have money, nor do I have a lot of bread. Nor do I go south. Except for down there. And I truly also believe that Karens were the first, were fist fighters behind Devonshire Mall at the age of 13. And hold on, I don't have it memorized. And they've evolved to what they are today. The Today Karen. The breed of Karen today, you know, the put on your mask, kids, because they're always right. Like, at the back of the mall, it was like, you should have been talking to my boyfriend, you fucking bitch. And now it's like, put your fucking mask on because, like, you don't want to spread fucking syphilis and COVID. Speaking of COVID and syphilis, I also read on Facebook that cheese does help with certain, you know, amenities or whatever that thing is called, those big words. Anyways, I don't have COVID or syphilis.
Alright guys, well our show is almost over. We have another comedian for us to bring on stage. You guys know him, you guys love him. Put your hands together for Billy Squires.
How are you guys doing? You guys are like the veterans here. You just went through some shit. Give it up for yelling, man. My now ex-girlfriend. Guys on the show? I haven't seen a bomb that bad since I turned on the news this morning and watched the shit happen in the Ukraine. Oh. Damn, bro, it's a fucking joke. Alright, shit, fuck it. What you guys want to talk about? I'll leave my Ukraine jokes to the side. Anybody here have a cool last name? Do you guys like last names? Who likes last names? What's your last name? That's fucking basic. Like you're talking about Smith. Smith. No. Anybody else? Anybody have a real cool last name? So no, she's pointing at you. What's your last name?
Your last name.
Bishop? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Bishop's pretty solid.
Danberg, Nazi.
Oh, whoa, I don't like that one. Fuck you. Fuck you. I thought I had a cool last name, guys. My last name is Squires. What the fuck is with people dropping glasses? The next person to drop a glass has to buy me a drink. I'm about to become a bowling ball real quick. Now, I thought my last name Squires was cool until I looked up what a Squires was. It's the like wimpy dude trying to become a knight. Okay? Like, you know how whack that is? Like, and it pisses me off because like,
people used to call you by your last name when you were younger if you were a guy. They'd be like, hey, Squires, what's going on? Pass the rock, Squires. And I was like pissed because my friend had a cool last name. His last name was Archangel. Are you fucking kidding me? You guys know what an archangel is? It's fucking sick. Showed me his family crest. Motherfucker had like six wings and a sword and armor. It was like an angel knight. Okay. I'm the only one that was jealous. I'm a fucking Squire. His shit's an angel knight. His family crest has this cool, like, Digimon looking character on it. I had to look up my family crest. You know what was on it? A squirrel. Not even a cool squirrel. Like it was like the squirrel from Ice Age. So out here trying to get a nut. Fuck. So embarrassing. But like it could be worse. It could be worse. Like I could have I'm sure there's someone out there with the last name like Peasant or something. That would fucking suck. Especially if you're a guy. Hey, Peasant, pass the ball. Hey, Peasant, give me your lunch money. You know? I feel like after a certain amount of time, you should be able to just like graduate your last name, like evolve your last name. Digivolve even. Right, after tonight, like I'm fucking done. I'm 31, I've been a Squire for 30 years. Tonight I'm going by night. Okay? I am Billy Knight tonight. Thank you. I don't even know if that counts as an applause break. I feel like the women's empowerment movement, feminism. What's up? We got any feminists in the crowd? Real quick? Awesome, awesome. Guys, you keeping up with artificial womb technology? Huh? No, just me reading the weird shit? Fantastic. No, I was getting scared. Like, I'm all about equality except when it comes to childbirth. I don't want no part of that. They coming out here with these fucking... Is that music? Oh, that was just a loud motor of the car going by. Okay, I thought I was getting booed off. No. Where was I? Artificial womb technology. This is revolutionary. And it's revolutionary for the alpha female, okay? Because the alpha female is a successful woman. She's way more successful than her stay-at-home husband. There's gonna be like a movement where a man can get his intestines removed so he can get this artificial womb so that he can be the one that does the childbirth. There's no alpha females in here, right? Woo! I even had a name for it. It was gonna be called the disembowel movement. It's a long way to go for that. I don't know if that was a light bulb, just gave me a fucking nod. I don't know. Alright, let's do it.
He's high as fuck. What the fuck was that? Guys, we have two more comedians. We have a special drop-in. This guy lives in BC, but he's here tonight. Make some noise for Luke Sutton, everybody. Luke Sutton. Okay. Luke is in BC, I guess. Make some noise for Eric White.
I'm optimistic about dating. I know I shouldn't be. Anybody else optimistic about dating? Wow, I'm glad people love people so much. It's alright, people are good at dating. Some people should be optimistic, clearly you shouldn't be. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. Mullet in training, I just had to. Don't worry, man. I know I don't look like anything either. It's kind of hard dating when you look like a dehydrated Kit Harington. Yeah, no, dating for me is like really optimistic. You know, like as optimistic as those people who put up flyers for lost birds. Like, I don't look for lost cats, and there's no way I'm expanding my search radius up. I feel bad for picking on you, so what do you do?
I work at Canadian Tire.
Oh. So does my brother. He told me the best story in the worst way possible from there. He's a really terrible storyteller. It's too bad he's a writer. But he told me Canadian Tire had to stop carrying bear mace at the store because people would puff it in the parking lot. That's exactly how he told it to me. He told it to me like it was the most boring shit ever, and it made me really mad. Anyway, I have these glasses just because you guys had to know I was bi somehow, so that's why I remember I have some friends, and I had to explain to them that I was bi, and it was a little bit of it just didn't work too well. I don't think this guy really got it, and so we had to like do some role play to get himself into like the headspace of what that was like. And so he's like, oh, like when you see a guy, you're like, oh yes, me over here, and I had to stop him because I was like, whoa, dude, wait, I don't just do the gay voice when I'm hitting on men. It's not like I'm just some secret gay superhero, you know? Like oh, he can sleep with 2 dudes in a single night. He can clear tall cocks with a single, you know? It got really unfortunate. What's that? My friend bit me the other day. Not like because she was mad, but definitely because she was drunk. And don't worry, like she asked me first. If you're into biting people, like consent is a huge first step. I gotta be honest. What happens is she invited me out drinking. I don't have many friends who drink, so usually I jump at the opportunity. And so, you know, I'm going out. It's like an important night out to me. So, you know, I'm not dressed like this. I have like, you know, the like button-down shirt, nice pants kind of thing. Undo 2 buttons. You get me? Look, you get me. Damn, dude, I thought I was trying to be sexy. But not with that haircut. But anyway, so we go out and like, we're heading out, and I'm just ready to tear up downtown Windsor, you know. And like, we pull up where we're going, where my friend's driving us, and we get out. We're at the Portuguese Community Center of Windsor. Yeah, we are going to a stag and doe party for someone I don't know, for someone my friend doesn't know. And we get in. It was the most like awkward I've ever felt. And so, you know, I get in there, and I'm like, oh man, how do I deal with this awkwardness? And I'm like, get wasted. So that's what I did. That's the only way to deal with being awkward, I think. So, you know, but the thing is, you go to that kind of thing, you get a few drinks in you, and all of a sudden, you know, you're doing shots with the cousins. You're like, yeah, let me at that dunk the groom game, man. I'll get there. And then giving him a look like, David, you deserve this, bro. Congratulating the bride-to-be. Then congratulating the real bride-to-be after you figured out that one was wrong. Alright, you're about to play the Jaws theme, aren't you? So I'll leave you with this one. I had a friend who was in nursing, and she told me that it's actually illegal to date someone that you've treated as a nurse until like 5 years after you've dated. And I had to think to myself, I was like, is this like a big problem in the nursing community? Can I finish my joke, Paul? You know, there's like some nurse at the hospital, and she's like, man, that guy with the lump on his ass, that's the one that got away right there. Meanwhile, you got that dude hanging out at home, and he's like, talking to his buddies, he's like, that nurse that put in my colostomy bag, she liked me, right? All right, guys, that's my time. We'll give you back.
Alright guys, we have one more comedian tonight. We had comedians from all over all over Canada tonight. We had someone from Detroit. Your next comedian, he's from right here in Windsor. He is recording an album this Friday at some place. Not here. The Chelsea. Well, yeah, I know. I was gonna put it at the end, but guys, put your hands together. For Dave Swing Girls. Yo, hey, hi guys. How's it going? Where's Paul Walker? Is that you, dude? God damn it. You're Paul Walker and I'm Paul Needs 5 Walkers. Why are you sitting next to Henry Cavill in widescreen? How are you doing, buddy? What's up, bro? What's up, bro? You fucked up. I'm sorry. The last comic half standing. Hey now. I know. Had to reinvent myself during the pandemic. You guys got some new jobs. Okay, some new jobs. I figured I could be a sign language interpreter. Except I can't interpret French. Okay? Because no matter what I do, accent aigu. You know what I mean? And if I stand away from a distance, it looks like a bunch of seagulls flying away. Like nobody can fucking tell. It's gonna happen. I know, it's true. I'm not recording an album, but I'm doing a big set on Friday. I'm opening for 2 bands from London. I've been training for that shit like Rocky, you know what I'm saying? I was lifting like 5 shoehorns and regretting my childhood all at once. It's not in that order. I know. I gotta go over my notes, sorry. Still on meditation in the quarantine, you know what I'm saying? Where's the chakra people? Where's the woke white chicks at? Oh yeah, what are you doing later? Yo, you want a better parking spot? You really want to cash in on those woke points? Put your money where my cock is, you know what I'm saying? Take one for the team! Yeah, I know. So I do a lot of meditation, right? It's like, this meditation will be good for the soul. Relax, what do you want to accomplish with today? You know, forget all of your trauma, forget all that. But I live in a ghetto-ass apartment where there's crackheads arguing all day. It's like, motherfucker, where's my $50 at, goddammit? Bitch, you ain't even got one! You ain't even got no room! No, get out of here! Get out of here! And outside, like, you know, when I'm looking outside the window, I'm like, Jerry! Fucking go on! Go on, get him! The guy comes in, I'm like, Steve. Stevan, he's black. Stevan. Can make those jokes because this. I know, man. My apartment was definitely a little sketchy for the first few months. I wasn't used to it, one would say, because the elevator, I was taking my life into my hands every time I took the fucking elevator, because it basically teabags the first floor. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here's your life. Door opens, Beth head. You have lost this round of Yahtzee. It's okay, I'm used to it. This is a true story, actually. The other day, I was going to take the elevator, and I swear to God, it's fucking true. I open up the elevator, there's a guy nodding off on heroin. Right there. He looked like a fucking opioid statue. He was like, He was spilling his pop and shit. I think he thought I was in McDonald's. Like, he was spilling his pop, like, So I go back to my apartment, think nothing of it. Go back, get the elevator again. This motherfucker's still there. I'm taking the next one. As soon as I go downstairs, legit, he's like by the door now. I'm like, did they move this guy like a guard gnome? How did he show up behind me? You know, you can time travel on fucking opioids. It's so weird. And then all of a sudden, I just turned to him like, hey buddy, you okay? I was like, you snapped out of it. It's like, fuck, I didn't know we were playing heroin freeze tag. I didn't know what I had to do. Hey buddy, you okay? So you guys, I'm actually 2 kinds of Indian, both kinds of Indian. The ones Columbus was looking for and the ones he found. It's true, convenience store and untaxed casino, you son of a bitch. Pay me in rupees or pay me in poker chips with a feather on it. Let's flex it out. It's true, one time I was hooking up with this native chick, it's a true story. And when we're all said and done, I didn't know that I'd done what I'd done. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're younger, you just come quick, you know? But on the bed, she left like a trail of she left a snail trail of tears. Fuck, I fucked that up. Snail trail of tears, your native laugh. Just kidding. I love you in Fifth Element. You guys, I got a DUI on the sidewalk the other day. How's that? It's on the sidewalk! How? Just by a bike cop, all I did was deflate his tires. He can go fuck himself. You're not a real cop. Sorry, Erica. You're not a real cop. What are you doing, lady? Do you want to get dinner? It's okay. Right. I make a really good souffle, Dad. I apologize. I think it's fucked up because nobody can tell the difference between my drunk walk and my sober walk, you know? Because they're exactly the same. No cops telling me go in a straight line, like ever. You guys seem like fun. I don't know, from Windsor. Windsor's kind of, Windsor is what it is. The transportation shit here, I think they shouldn't even give us a bus schedule, just a picture of a guy giving the finger. That's all we need. Just give us the finger. If the GM plant closed, we get it, dude. Like, our mayor is the most traveled mayor in the entire country. Our mayor doesn't want to fucking live here. He doesn't want to live here. So fucking crazy, man. We are literally the Florida of Canada, like the Miami. It's the best. It's the best thing. It sucks here. It sucks. I don't know. Eskimos are basically Amish people, but a whole lot colder. If you wanted like some Eskimo shepherd's pie, it's just whale blubber and butter you can't churn because it's 50 below. That was a thinker. All right. I'll fast forward this. So I used to coach basketball a little while ago. Actually, wait, before that, I have a solution for the WNBA. Take it easy, woke people. I am this. Okay? This. Almost the royal flush of minority, but not gay or transsexual, okay? I almost got a full deck. Alright? Fuck off. WNBA, what you need to be successful are the 2 T's. Transsexual athletes and trampolines. You guys, I would watch that shit. If you're not, you're lying to yourself. We need to have 2 on every team, make it even, everybody gets more money, wage gap fixed! Alright, so I used to coach basketball. And sure, we won 2 games, we lost to the 85. You know, I tried to kind of do it like, in the Dangerous Minds movie where Michelle Pfeiffer sits in the chair backwards. By driving like an electric wheelchair, so I needed help off of that. I was like, hey, first person to help me off doesn't have to run laps. But sure, we won 2 games and we lost the other 95, so it's a great ratio, right? But I'm actually happy that we didn't win. Could you imagine if we fucking won, right? Because there's always that moment in sports where we celebrate a milestone or anything, they give the coach a Gatorade bath. You guys, wheelchair drive back there. 2 speeds. Tortoise and rabbit with scoliosis. It's a piece of shit. But it gets me from point A to point you know what I'm saying? Thank you, that's a callback. So I take a tub of Gatorade and I dump that shit on me. I involuntarily get the electric chair. The fuck is that? They don't know whether to celebrate or defibrillate at that point. What do you do? That's the 3rd game that we won. You guys, thank you so much for having me. It's been a long time. Thanks. Come see me Friday. Chelsea, 9 o'clock. Thank you. Alright guys, we've actually broke our record for the most number of comedians on this show. For our closing ceremonies, Luke Sutton, everybody.
Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the show for me, even though I was actually already in my bed when I realized that I was going to go on. I did a deep dive last night. This is a familiar story. Is anybody on YouTube? I'm radicalized now. I radicalized myself. Who can relate? Come on. I am radical Muslim. I am. No, it's not popular. You got to be very careful. The FBI when you're a radical Muslim. So we have all of our chats on Grindr. Ironic. I know it's ironic. I know. There's some attractive guys on. I'm gonna be radicalized in a different way. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that way. I'm a radical flat earther now. I have like an argument with this guy at work, and he's like showing me his phone. He's like, "Look, the Earth is round," and I like look at his phone. I'm like, "Your phone's flat." I see that. Oh my god. I am on steroids. I'm on steroids. I know you guys. I know that's the first thing you popped into you guys' head. But if you say that you can't, I'll cry. So I had to come out to my dad as I'm on steroids, and he's like, oh, steroids is the bad stuff. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, I heard that you have to it just stops your natural testosterone production. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. He's like, And he's like, I heard your sperm don't work while you're on it. I'm like, yeah, that's also true. And he's like, I see nothing wrong with this now, actually. The conversation with my mom was a little different. She's like, Luke, but doesn't that make your penis small? And I'm like, Mom, didn't know you were a fucking size queen. I'm glad that one worked. I am new. I'm new to Windsor. I just flew here from BC like a month ago, and whatever. Don't fucking clap. I don't want you guys to clap. Just because I announced something doesn't mean you guys gotta clap. I don't think I'm better than you guys. If that was in question, it felt like it was. And I saw this sign driving home from work. It said blind person crossing. Am I the? How they can't see. They don't know. It was high too, so they couldn't feel it. Maybe I'm missing the point. What else do I? Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for sticking around. Big laughs. I appreciate the table who was supporting their friend. They didn't leave immediately after she was done. That's awesome. That's a big deal because usually that does happen. We're happy about that. We're very happy about that. Your comedians in order of appearance, Tim Brady, Erica, I can't read, I'm really bad at reading, so don't, Reburn, Lewis, Scott, CJ, you guys remember CJ, Taylor is last, does that mean he went last? I don't know. Ben, Phil is Zizia, sorry guys, I'm really sorry. Isaac, Yolanda, was Yolanda the... Yolanda, yeah, Yolanda, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. Billy, Eric, was Eric the guy that he was a little racist, but then he was racist towards himself and then just lit the place up? He might have been. Dave, and then yours truly. Have a good night, everybody.